What's good, YouTube? This is Lennon Bass, and I'm back with another video. Today's video is a story time. A story time about when I lost my baby. Before y'all start talking, no, I don't have children, nor do I plan to have any anytime soon because I'm a college student and I'm broke and I'm financially unstable. This started last summer. I was a sophomore in college and I was looking for a job. I first started looking for a job in my field. I'm an IT major, so I was looking for a technology job. Unfortunately, my freshman year, I really messed up. I really messed up. So my GPA was still recovering. I couldn't get an internship or anything like that. So I decided, well, I'm gonna have to just get a regular job. What else am I gonna do this summer? So I started looking on Indeed.com. So being a church musician, it's really hard to find a job that really works with your schedule. Being a church musician is one of those jobs where your schedule is tight, but it's sort of not tight, if you know what I mean. Let me explain. So you have your rehearsals, but at any time, any pop-up service can come up and you'll end up having to play. So at any given time, I could be called for a funeral or a wedding or anything like that. It's really hard finding a job that'll work with that schedule. So I came across this job post for Jimmy John's. The job post was for a delivery driver. Now, I really didn't want to do it, but I was like, it's just for a summer. When school started back up, I'm just gonna quit. So I applied for the job. What was really weird is that he called me the next day. The next day I had an interview. That was strange. The next day I had an interview. Showed up to the interview and I nailed it. I'm just good like that. So he told me that day to come back the following day with my insurance information and my forms identification and all that. You know how jobs do. I came back, I got the job, I started the following day. So let's get this straight. 2 days after I applied for the job, I got the job and was start. Came in that day, they started me off with a little bit of training. I really didn't like working in the restaurant. I'm one of those people that I can't stand to have to look busy. I'm not finna just BS to look like I'm busy. I much rather have a job where I'm working hard from start to finish. So I was wiping tables and all of that. So eventually it was time for me to go on my first run. I was shadowing this guy. I rode with him.
Yo, I don't know how in the world his car got approved to be a delivery car. He looked like he drove this car through hell.
This car, it was banged up. It had dimples in the side. But nevertheless, I got in the front seat. We started riding. The inside of his car was dirty. Dirty. He was one of them people where he had a whole lot of stuff in the car. And he's just like,
you get in, bro. Just get in. You can step on all of this stuff.
I'm like, we started driving. Yo, this dude was flying, bro. I was scared for my life. People who know me know that I don't like to ride with people. I've always been that type of person where I'd be like, I drive. Even when I go home or when we go on family vacations, I'm the one who drives. I just am. So we went on a few deliveries. Most of them were to businesses. So it was around noon or so that we had our peak. We did about 3 or 4 runs. I got a hang of it. Really, at this point, it was just insulting my intelligence. I was like, yo, I can do this with my eyes closed now. We get back, it slowed down a lot. He sent some people home because he just had too many people there, but he kept me there because I was in training. So at one point, no.
What you could do.
Little did he know we were gonna get a surge of deliveries for no reason. So we got a surge of deliveries and he didn't send most people home. So he allowed me to go on my first delivery. I got my first delivery and it was my debut. It was time for me to show them who Lennon Bass was. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good worker. I like to pride myself on being a good worker. That's just who I am. So I get in my car and I put it in my GPS. I got my system blasting. I'm riding down the road. It was the summer, so I had my sunroof open. You know, I was just chilling. This is gonna be an easy job. Went to deliver, you know, the sandwiches or whatever to this business. You know, I got there. So my luck, it took forever for this employee to come out of the building. And it was one of those buildings where it was really secure. I couldn't get in, you know, so I couldn't get in to get to a receptionist and be like,
I have, delivery for such and such.
it wasn't. So I just had to wait outside until she came. So meanwhile, I'm nervous because I'm like, yo, this is my first delivery. I don't want them to think I got lost, you know what I'm saying? So she finally came out, and after waiting all that, I mind you, it was at least 10-15 minutes, and that's a lot for a delivery if anybody know. So I get back in my car, you know, like I said, I got the sunroof back, you know what I'm saying? Got my system blasting, you know, and I'm on my way back to the place. I'm on my way back to the restaurant. So I'm driving back, you know, and I'm just cruising, right? And then somebody in front of me stopped real short. You know, I stopped, I was cool, but the guy behind me
Obviously didn't see what was going on. He slammed directly in the back of my car.
Yo,
He needs some
I
milk.
was shook. Let me explain. I own a Chevy Impala. That is my favorite car on this planet. Anybody ask me what my dream car is, I'm gonna tell them a Chevy Impala. Like, no matter how much money I make, that's gonna be my car. Like, I love a Chevy Impala. So this was my first Chevy Impala. This was my baby. This was the first car that I bought. This was my baby. And he totaled it. I'm gonna try to link a picture of the car in this video so y'all can see what happened. Just to give y'all an idea of how bad the damage was, he was driving a Dodge Ram and it had a push guard on the front. So, I mean, it just destroyed my car. What are the chances? What are the chances that on my first day, my first delivery, that my car gets totaled? So I was so embarrassed, man, because I had to call the job and be like,
Yes, this is Lennon Bass.
and first of all, they didn't know who I was. It was like, who? I was like,
Lennon Bass, man. I just started there the first day.
he was like, oh. I was like,
Yeah, somebody just ran into the back of me, and yeah.
he was like, for real? You gotta be kidding me. He talked just like that, bro. You gotta be kidding me. I was like, yeah, man. So I called 911. It took them forever to get out. The guy who hit me, I mean, he was a cool dude, but this was his first wreck, you know what I'm saying? He kept apologizing. But surprisingly, I was really, really calm. I don't know why, it's just like calmness came over me. So while I was waiting for the police, everybody looking. Everybody is looking like,
No, his car just got messed up, man. It just got...
and I'm just standing outside my car like,
While everybody looking at my car, how about another wreck happen? Another wreck happened.
this tractor trailer truck clipped the mess out of this Mercedes. I mean, tore this Mercedes out of pieces. So it was two wrecks, and the tow truck driver had to call a backup tow driver to handle that wreck along with mine. Needless to say, after that, I ain't have nothing to drive. I ended up going back home. I got to rent a car. I drove that for a while, but the insurance was acting crazy, so I only had the car for a week. After that, I was up the creek until I found a new car. I got a new car. It was a Chevy Impala. Shocker. And that's what I drive currently. I love this car, but it's not like the other car. Like, that was my baby. You know, that was my baby. So, I thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Help me out. Click the bell in the description below so you can get notifications on when I post. I will be trying to post as often as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another YouTube video.